Light is on. Racing. Toscana was the first to bounce out. Champagne Diva accelerates though, rushing through to head it off, and Smashing's going to tuck right behind it. First Law came out quickly. It'll find itself outside of the leader early on. Then She's a Charmer, who's out there just starting to slot across into the field after the start from What About Moi, and back there last on the inside is Chili is Hot. And so as they leave the 800 behind them, over on the inside Champagne Diva settles in front, a long neck clear from First Law. Smashing on the inside is travelling third. The Great Southern Filly Toscana is fourth, a length and a half to She's a Charmer. On the rails Chili is Hot, and What About Moi now trails them about 4 from the lead. At the 450, nearing the corner, Champagne Diva nursed to the bend. 3/4 clear First Law. Smashing coiled up behind them. Carberry makes his move now with She's a Charmer to the outside of Toscana, and then What About Moi and Chili is Hot. First Law ranges up on the outside. Toscana goes with it. Champagne Diva fights back. She's a Charmer taking a long time to get to them. Behind them Chili is Hot. Toscana reaches the lead. She's a Charmer can't get to it, and the Great Southern Filly wins it. Toscana beats She's a Charmer. Third might be Chili is Hot from First Law. Smashing was behind those, followed then by the tiring Champagne Diva, who finished back in company with What About Moi. Toscana's the winner. Number 8, ridden by Peter Nucky. A mini little upset here in race number 2 with Toscana too good for them. Steve Wolf trained filly. She's by Demerit and has now won 3 of her 4 runs in this preparation. She's a Charmer let go, just didn't quite accelerate to the capabilities that we know that she is more than capable of delivering. First Law, Chili is Hot went to the line together. First Law will hold third from Chili is Hot. It just had to bide its time before getting through. Champagne Diva dropped out. Smashing was there on the corner, straightened up fourth, and then the runs were coming wider, but Smashing was going backwards at that stage of proceedings, looking to get around their heels. Whether or not the drop back to 1200 might have been just again Smashing there, who didn't really let down, not seeing a lot of daylight at the same time. Toscana is owned by Ron Del Basso, trained by Steve Wolf. Peter Nucky there aboard the winner. Second placing, going the way of 7, She's a Charmer by Vital Equine from Lady Charmers, Bernie Miller, Patrick Carberry. And third, First Law, number 2, by Delgar from Press League. Brad Parnham took the ride there for trainer Simon Miller. 3/4 and a half a length the margins, and 1:11.13 the time, 35.37 the last 600 there. So building up a nice record. Toscana, 4 starts, 3 wins and a second. Next of the day, the budget minibus rental handicap, and it's over the 1,000. Condor Heroes comes out. Let's go down to Brittany. She's with Steve Wolf.
Oh, and the very informed Steve Wolf as well. Steve, Toscana, she certainly hasn't done anything wrong in her career to date, but today taken the step to win up to 1,200 metres. Was it a performance you're expecting today?
Yeah, look, she's a really good filly, but, you know, it's quite funny. The last week or so, I've said to quite a few people, well, the pressure's been off. It's been a bit hectic with Watch Me Dance and Red Can through the last couple of months, and I said it seems all a bit flat now, but along comes this little girl. She was only having this run, whatever happened. She nearly didn't have it because we thought she'd almost had enough. But I knew she was pretty good because McGrady said, can you leave her an extra week? He said before you started, and I said, no, we haven't got time. But no, she's high class. Probably the nicest demerit you'll see other than Special Reward. Much stronger than most of them, and it's very pleasing to train a winner for the Del Basso family, and I'm sure that she'll go on with it.
You mentioned there that there perhaps were a couple signs she might be coming to the end of a campaign, and we saw as she went into the barriers just being a little bit reluctant to move forward. Could they be another sign that she's just ready for a little break now?
No, she's like most of your women, very moody.
Well, it's okay when she's able to win like that. You say you need to get her away now. What are you looking forward to the features in the new year?
Look, we'll just put her away and just take them as they come with a horse like this. You know, I think she's pretty special. She's a big, strong girl, and she can come back and go to the next level, I'm sure.
Looking forward to seeing that. Well done.
Thank you.
Steve Wolf there after the victory of Toscana. A nice performance, and clearly, Lockie, there's a horse that they've had a fair opinion of and has graduated through Mount Barker and Albany and came to town last start. It was a flying 1,000 with Madame Torio, but up to 1,200 metres today looked right up her alley.
It certainly did. Over the 1,000-metre journey, as I said pre-race, she was just off the bit prior to straightening, but here today over 1,200 metres, it just looked like they went that little bit slower out in front, and she always travelled as the winner. It'll be interesting to see what Steve Wolf has planned for her now, obviously going to the paddock, but I think she has plenty of ability, and I'm looking forward to seeing what she can do, perhaps in the autumn.
And he mentioned there just what a looker she is, and you can notice that as she heads back to the stalls as well, just how good looking she is. Peter Nucky, the beneficiary of Sean McGruddy being suspended. Obviously we just heard from Wolfie that Shooter was hoping that he could leave her another week, such is the opinion that he does have of her, but Peter Nucky, the beneficiary of that suspension, he's about to weigh in. Job's getting a bit lost. We've moved the scales to the shade so that they don't have to be in the sun on this very warm day, and they've found the scales. Lockie will catch up with Nux.
Nux gets lost at the best of time, Brittany. He'll get here eventually. He's found the scales. Nux, one ride for one win. It looked like a pretty sweet ride throughout.
Yeah, it did. Obviously, I picked up the ride from Sean, and it's going in the race off 2 wins and a placing, so I was pretty fit going into that, and wasn't a stack of pace early, but then they wanted to chime in with me, so I bailed out of that and had the last crack at them.
You settled one out, one back. Did you always feel like the winner upon straightening?
I thought I had the other 2 in front of me covered. I just thought Paddy's probably breathing down me back, but we didn't spend anything throughout the run, so I was pretty strong in the line.
Does she relax enough that she could potentially stretch out in trip over 1,400 metres and maybe even a mile next preparation?
Well, Steve has that opinion. I thought, looking at its first 2 runs in this run, it's more of a 1,000, 1,200 metre horse, but he thinks he's got a lot more to play with, so he's thinking of stretching it further.
Always agree with the Wolfman. Well done, Nux.
Right, yeah, thank you.
Always listen to the boss. That is right. Steve Wolf and Peter Nucky combining with Toscana, taking out the budget truck rental plate.